Yo, I've made several videos about Bart Scott and his hate for the Cowboys and how he be trying to come at Dak Prescott, but he spoke no lies about Michael Parsons though. No lies detected here. Yo, this JB the Cowboy fan, and yes, I'm back with another one. And yo, I've been tripping because I've been hearing a lot of Cowboy content creators crying about Bart Scott got them getting on Michael Parsons, but said if you've been listening to my channel, you know I already been there. So, but it's just interesting to me, that people get mad when Parsons get critiqued, bro. Like, but I mean, Bart Scott ain't the only one that's been saying that shit though. I had I've heard Richard Sherman talk about it. I know people say Richard Sherman be hating the Cowboys,
Why
but
even dress? Right. Why even dress? If you feel that way, why even dress? I'm not down on him. I think this is just one game. Right, yeah. I think the next game he'll play better. In the next game after that, he'll be a participant. Well, yeah. I just want him to be a participant. He was saving himself. But that's you're right, Skip, because games like this you usually feast as a defensive line. This is one of the worst offensive lines in the National Football League. Save yourself for football. That's I didn't say saving himself. I did. Oh, okay. No, I was joking. Maybe he saved himself for the stretch run. Right? No. But what I'm saying is this is why he isn't right now in the conversation with elite guys like Max Crosby, like Myles Garrett, like T.J. Watt, I mean, even Daniil Hunter. Yeah. I mean, Nicholas John Bosa isn't having the season he wanted. He only has 4.5 sacks on the season, but every game I'm sure he's going to log a stat. He's going to get at least back.
He's still making an impact.
Some hurries, he's pass rushing still at a high rate. But there are guys, I mean, Khalil Mack is having a pretty good season. He's got less sacks than a guy, Justin, out of Baltimore.
Khalil Mack got 9 sacks.
He's got, I think, 8.5 sacks on the season. Their defense is playing well. But you've got to find a way if you want to be in that conversation. You're talking about Lawrence Taylor conversation.
Nope.
Yeah. Like,
I said
it. Me with that, Skip, because it's not impactful enough. You can't have a conversation about Lawrence Taylor or anybody like that if you disappear for long stretches of the season like that. I want you to get it because don't mention Lawrence Taylor and him in the same sentence.
Damn right.
When you get it, I'll understand.
He hated the Cowboys, but he stood up for your boy Dak. But he was spitting that facts with Michael Parsons. He had Big Nate Newton, Super Bowl winning Dallas Cowboy. He's the same thing. Let's listen to Big Nate. We're hanging with the boys and their perspective of what Michael Parsons doing or ain't doing or where he should be or shouldn't be.
We got more depth at defensive end, and we got talent that's coming and talent that's been there. And Dante Fowler he was legit when he was in Atlanta. Both places. Yeah, and we said he was coming. This dude is playing. He is coming. So now we're lacking at linebacker by the same reason Jess gave at the beginning of the deal. We need that help, that big bang back there. So you're that athlete. Use that athlete that if anybody can make that transition, that's him. Mm-hmm. So now it comes down to, are you mature enough to accept the situation? Are you mature enough to go study film? That linebacker,
how you gonna study film when you doing a podcast?
And rush. You do your thing. You the most athletic guy. It's another thing when a guard goes down, center across the floor. Do you ride with that guard? Do you fill up? Or do you get to the outside out of that center? Depending on what the formation is and what the backfield is. Is he smart enough to do that? Do he want to do that extra study? Or do you want to get a wild hat and do and shoot off the base? Nothing wrong with my hair.
His quote was, like I said, it was scheme. They decided they wanted me in control of what's called what I'm doing. I just got to have faith in the coaches and what's going on, things like that.
Bro,
you are. But that's a sorry statement. That's a sorry statement, bro. You are too good and too valuable to this team. What this statement should have been, and Jesse, correct me, is, hey, I'm going to play where I am needed. I will be an impact. I will do the job that is necessary for this team to be successful. How would you state that, Jesse?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Come on, man. Don't do that, man. Don't let today's society bend you the wrong way. You going to get paid, Mike. Parsons going to get paid.
I mean, yo, Jesse Holly said the same thing. So I mean, I don't think it's about people hating or disrespecting Michael Parsons. Is what it is. But let's get into what Bart Scott said. Cause I mean, shit, I agree with him.
So yeah, he had an issue with DeMarcus Lawrence saying that the team may have been a little fatigued when they took on Green Bay, and then he said, hey, look, we're the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody plays us. It's like the Super Bowl.
What does that mean? It's the playoffs. Everybody play hard in the playoffs. This is what I'm understanding. Attitude reflects leadership, right? Attitude reflects leadership. Who's the leader on that team?
Michael Parsons.
Well, it don't matter.
Michael Parsons. He's supposed to be the leader on that defense with DeMarcus Lawrence. Leader on that offense is Dak Prescott as the quarterback. Leader on that defense is supposed to be Lawrence Taylor reincarnated, a.k.a. Michael Parsons, the podcast Parsons man. You know, D. Lawrence being the vet, but it's supposed to be Michael Parsons the leader on that defense. So that's what we talking about. Where was he? Where does he be?
Are you going to pay? No. I'm talking on that defensive side, because that's who didn't show up. Like, I don't expect Dak to get a defensive player's face and say, not today. If you're going to be that generational player, if you're going to be that Lawrence Taylor player, like, listen, I played around great players that, Michael Parsons is supposed to be that. Ray Lewis ain't letting no team show up and lay no dud. Ed Reed ain't letting no team show up and lay no dud. Darrell Reeves ain't showing up letting nobody lay no dud. He going to perform and play with such an energy that's going to make everybody else play.
What is he saying that's not true? What is he saying that's not facts? I mean, come on, bro. What is this man saying that's not facts? Or are we just going off our emotional opinion because he plays for the Cowboys? I just like to ask people and put it in the comment section. Name me a game in Michael Parsons' career that you saw that game and you was like, God damn. Like, he took the whole fucking game over. Period. I want to see that shit in the comment section.
So that's what I'm talking about. He's lacking leadership, right? He doesn't understand what winning in this league is all about. Is he a great player? Yes. But just because you're a great player don't mean you're a great leader.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go to a leadership school and learn how to lead by example and quit talking so much, being so damn sensitive. You're a linebacker. That's supposed to be a tough guy spot. He's the most sensitive guy I've ever seen. He responds to everything.
Everything.
With social media.
Exactly. Everything. He responds to every fucking thing, bro, except for responding to somebody kicking him in the teeth on the football field. But when it comes to talking, and that's what all the Cowboys seem to do, from DeMarcus Lawrence to Dak Prescott. All three of the leaders, they do the most talking. What Dak said before they was going to play the 49ers? Oh, you going to poke the bear? Well, just pour honey on me. Like, you could pour honey on me and I'll still beat the bear ass. Like, but what did he do in the game? Pressure is privilege. Ever since he signed that first contract, pressure is privilege. But when you get under the most pressure, he fold. DeMarcus Lawrence talked shit before the Eagles game this year, the first game we played him. They smacked us. He didn't do shit. Made him look stupid. After the Eagles game, when we mop him, he talked shit about what they did. But then when we played Buffalo, he didn't do none of that shit. Then when we get a goddamn playoff, they do that shit. Michael Parsons, what?
Quit tweeting, quit talking about responding, and go about your business, man. That's how you change the culture. That's why Emmitt Smith came out and had something to say. That was directly to you, bro. So instead of responding to what Lauren said, respond to what Emmitt Smith said, and maybe sit down with guys that know what winning is about in this league and take that to heart.
One team. If you had this going on, what
man.
your attitude about that?
Man, I mean, he couldn't have said it no better than me. I had a lot of people say I'm crazy or stupid for saying this shit, but I just want to see the dude live up to the expectation that they said he was. He's supposed to be the next generational talent. But he don't change no game like that. Next generational talent, Lawrence Taylor, though, they don't get schemed out of games like he was crying about talking goddamn Jordan Love. What did y'all do to do this against our defense? And just speaking about his, you know what I'm saying, like, hold on, let's listen to that clip with Emmitt Smith too. Let me see if let me cue this shit.
Cowboys, it's just what we see all the time. Grit, just go out there, fight hard, dig deep, come together. Just
nobody wants to fight hard no more.
But it works.
No one wants to fight hard anymore. They want to, be on the
Tell me how good I am.
how good I am. Check my Instagram post.
Right.
See me on my podcast.
Check out my podcast.
I'm everything.
Right.
Without doing anything.
Right. Yeah.
So, and everybody's patting him on the back without doing anything.
Right.
People want to give them so much without doing nothing.
Right.
And what they're living off of is what happened in the past.
Right.
Not what's going down right now. They're not establishing their own legacy, let alone building off of the legacy that was established. When I got to the Cowboys, I knew one thing.
Yeah.
I knew I could not disappoint Tony Dorsett.
See, right here, Emmitt Smith finna go in about history. He finna talk about the history of the Cowboys and what he respected and who came before him. That's something Michael Parsons. It's like, and there's a lot of the young Cowboys. They don't know the history of the Cowboys to know enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a standard. You understand what I'm saying? I know it's a new time and this and that, but it's still a standard. It was a standard when Emmitt Smith came in there, and that's what the fuck he's talking about. That history with, that's the shit with Michael Parsons got into it with Debo. When Debo said, "Man, what are you talking about? This been personal." Michael Parsons, it's personal. And Kerry Kittle talking about the shirt, fuck the Cowboys, and he claimed Kerry Kittle was his boy or whatever. He cool with him. See, this is the mentality that some of these guys have when they playing for the Cowboys, and they don't understand. Yes, Micah. Every team that plays us, don't matter if they 0-11 and we're 11-0, we're gonna get their best shot. Hell, we could be 0-11, but just because we the Cowboys, they're gonna give us their best shot. It don't matter who they are. I mean, you got to know, man. You got to know more than that. You got to know the history of what this team is, bro.
As a running back. Now, I knew I could not disappoint Robert Newhouse as a running back, or Calvin Hill, or let alone Bullet Bob Hayes.
Right.
Then I knew I could not disappoint Captain Comeback, Roger Staubach, Ed Too Tall Jones. I embraced the history of who we were because I loved them as a Cowboy when I was a kid myself. So when I got there, it's like, shoot, we ain't gonna be 1-15.
Right.
My mind was already on that. And I knew Michael's mind was on it.
Yeah.
Jimmy's mind had to be on
Yeah,
it.
so that's what I say too. Like the coach has got to be a part of that, right? Not putting up with nonsense. Is
Don't
that
put
where
up
you're
with
going?
BS.
Right.
And at the end of the day, when you see a legendary defensive end like Charles Hayden, who's a Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
working with Leon Lett, Tony Tolbert, Tony Casillas, and Chad Henning,
Right.
Jimmy Jones, and other players,
Yeah.
working with them, teaching them to swim things. He's working with them to make them better, so he becomes better. He's not worried about competing.
What are you saying?
But when you see greatness. And that's why that team was so good defensively. Then when you see Dion come in, he could have came in Dion Neal.
Right.
But he didn't. He came in playing ping pong with everybody. Whoever wanted to play ping pong,
Right.
he played.
Bring it. Right.
Bring it on.
Yeah,
It was
right.
competition.
Right.
Dominoes was being played between James Washington, myself, defensive players,
and they getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Things that brought us together are things that I think is missing within the locker room.
Yeah, I hear.
Ain't no much more I can say on that. Yo, this JB the Cowboy fan. Y'all like to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all listening to me. Yo, let's go, Cowboys.